What if someone's death was actually the greatest act of love that person could ever offer? Because that's exactly what happens with Laenor Velaryon in House of the Dragon. And most people watch that scene thinking it was just another political betrayal, but it wasn't. It was liberation. Let's rewind a little. Laenor is the son of corless Velaryon, the sea snake, and Rhaenys Targaryen, the queen who never was. He comes from one of the most powerful families in Westeros. He has a dragon, he has noble blood, he has everything that world considers greatness. But Laenor carries a secret that same world will never accept. He loves men, and in Westeros, that's not a choice, it's a sentence. The marriage to rhaenyra was a deal. Both of them knew that from the start. She needed a husband of noble blood to legitimize her position as heir. He needed a cover just to survive. So they make a silent pact, almost too human for a show about dragons and thrones. We'll respect each other, we'll protect each other, and we'll each live however we can inside this golden cage. And for a while, it works. But cages are still cages, even when they're made of gold. The turning point comes with correy, the knight Laenor truly loves. No ceremony, no political calculation, no need to pretend. And when Rhaenyra realizes Daemon might be her path to the power she always deserved, the two of them reach an agreement that changes everything. Laenor's death scene is one of the most carefully crafted of the first season. The camera shows the burned body, the screaming, the tragedy staged to perfection. Corlys and Rhaenys grieve, the court believes it, the whole world believes it. But what actually happened, Laenor and Qarl run, far from Westeros, far from the Velaryon name, far from everything that was suffocating them both. A wealthy man with a dragon and an inheritance chose to fake his own death just so he could simply live. That says far more about the world he was in than it does about him. Think about it. Laenor wasn't a coward. He fought in battles. He rode a dragon. He endured years of a marriage that crushed who he truly was on the inside. The escape wasn't weakness. It was the only genuine act of self-preservation that world allowed for someone like him. When society gives you no room to exist, sometimes the only way out is to disappear from their story and start writing your own. And Rhaenyra? She lost a husband, sure, but she gained Daemon, gained political freedom, and, this matters, she let Laenor go. She could have stopped it. She didn't. That's the only truly reciprocal relationship she has in the entire series. The detail most people overlook, Laenor disappears with Qarl on a boat, head shaved, no title, no dragon, everything that defined his social status left behind. And the question that lingers is this a tragedy, or is it the only happy ending House of the Dragon ever actually delivered? Because while everyone in King's Landing is destroying themselves for power, for the crown, for legacy, somewhere out there, there's a man who simply chose to be happy. And I'll leave you with one thing to sit with. If Laenor had stayed, would he have survived the Dance of the Dragons?